Alright, so I haven't done one of these talking videos for a while, just spitballing. I wonder if you guys can hear that plane, it just started. But anyway, so you remember that video I did forever, where I said I was leaving YouTube, but not forever? Yeah, this is not me coming back. This is just a video of me just giving life updates or something like that. But the first thing is, I want to tell you guys, I'm losing like a ton of weight right now. I had like these pants and a belt, and I don't know why I even wore the belt, because it was always on the tightest setting, and even on the tightest setting it didn't do anything because it was just too loose. So I had to stop wearing those pants and toss the belt. I got some new pants now. I went down a size, but even these now I need to buy a belt because they're a little too loose still. So other than that, yesterday I went out like by a tree and took a profile picture for Facebook. You guys should go check it out. I don't really link Facebook when I do videos, but I will this time because it's a really good picture. My last Facebook profile picture, it was really corny. I thought it was corny, but I just didn't care. So I was like, it's something. But I didn't really like it, so I just got rid of it. Recently I got rid of it and I just had no profile picture for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I gotta have something. So when people can see my face. So early in the morning I just went out and took it, and I think it turned out really good. What you don't know is that I was actually extremely cold because it was cold in the morning, but I look nice. So another thing is, it's Ramadan right now. I'm fasting. I don't actually feel that hungry though, because I haven't been eating a lot. It's a holy month, so I'm trying to be more holy this month, and one of the things that I've been doing is contemplating like crazy. Hold on the camera. Contemplating like crazy, even more than I regularly do, and I do that a lot. Like in deep thought, I do that a lot. I remember when I was younger, actually not younger, this happens now. Like sometimes when I'm about to go to sleep and I'm about to get into bed, right before I get into bed, I like something pops into my mind. Like something. Oh, did I mess up the camera? Hold on. I had moisturizer on my hand, so right before I get into bed, like something pops in my mind and I start thinking. I'm like, I'm gonna keep thinking about this for a while. So I decide I'm just gonna contemplate about it for a little bit, just be in deep thought for a little bit. And then I look down at my phone and it's like an hour later. And I'm like, oh man. All right, 5 more minutes. Then I look back down at my phone again and it's 2 hours later. And I'm like, I'm gonna lose sleep tonight. That happens often. I remember one time when I was younger, I was so in deep thought about something. And when I go into like deep thought about something, I like to walk around, like walk while I'm thinking. So I was just walking for so long, and it was like hours, and my feet started hurting, but I was like, no, I want to keep thinking because I'm not done thinking. And then they started like really hurting, like crazy hurting. Like there was sharp pain, and my feet were like, I think, swelling up and stuff. But I just didn't want to stop because I was just too deep in thought. And eventually it just got to a point where I couldn't walk. I had to sit down. And I was like, I'm done. My body has given out. And my feet hurt for like a few days. But then I just massaged it and they were fine. So that was good. So one of the things that I love the most about like reflecting and being in deep thought and stuff like that is that you can figure out things that usually people wouldn't be able to figure out, right? You know, like it's almost like a superpower. Like let's say something happens and there's only a little bit of detail, right? Only a little bit of information. From that, you're able to gather like the entire story of what happened from just a little bit of stuff that happened. And you know, it's like, and okay, and that's important, right? Because there are some people in the world who, when they have an issue or a problem, they won't say anything. right? That happens all the time. Like, if they have a problem with you, or they have an issue with you, or they have a problem with somebody, they won't tell that person they have a problem with. And sometimes that's okay. Like, sometimes there are problems that you shouldn't tell the other person. It's not that helpful to tell them. But there's other situations where it would be helpful to tell them, right? Like, if you have an issue with person X and you tell person Y because you're just venting about it, but person X doesn't know. Person X doesn't know what you're going through, how hard it is for you, how much of a problem it is for you. They don't know anything that's going on. Sorry, my nose itches. I'm allergic to pollen. I'm outside right now, surrounded by grass and plants and bees. Anyway, so they won't tell you, right? And it's kind of up to you to figure out what's wrong with them and then try to help, right? You can think of it kind of like a baby. Not saying that people that are like this are babies, but you can think of it kind of like a baby, right? If a baby is hurt or in pain, then it'll cry, right? That's like a normal response. But if it's hungry, it'll cry too. And if it's sleepy, it'll cry. And if it wants to be picked up, it'll cry. Like, it'll cry for a multitude of reasons, but you have to figure out what the problem is. Like, a baby's not gonna sit up and talk to you and be like, well, mother, the issue I'm having is I'm rather famished. I would like you to hold me while I suck the nutrients from the flesh of your chest. Like, no one talks like that. I mean, babies don't talk like that. They don't talk at all. Not even older people talk like that. But, so you have to guess. You have to figure out what's wrong with them and try to help them out. And although it's definitely a quality that babies and small children have, it's also something that can happen to adults, right? If you have some kind of problem and you're not saying anything, you don't say anything, you don't let anyone know that this is a problem, or you don't let the person that you have a problem with know that you have a problem with them, right? So they're not going to say anything. Just like a baby, again, not to insult them, but just like a baby, when it has a problem, it's not going to tell you. It's just going to be sad. It's just going to cry. It's just going to be upset. It's just going to be miserable, and it's not going to solve anything. You have to figure out, it's up to you to figure out the problem and extract it from them, because some people are like that. Some people, they have a problem with you, they'll never say it, they'll never tell you, they'll never express anything. And so you have to, when someone's like that, it pays to have someone with this skill to help them out, right? It's almost like you have to figure out what's wrong with them just by observing them, right? Just observing their behavior, what you see from them, and then come up with a solution, right? You have to extract the problem from them because they won't tell you the problem themselves. And so that's kind of an example of the mental process I go through when I'm in deep thought, although it takes way longer than this, because this video, I only have 12 minutes and 22 seconds, so I'm going to try to end it before that. But anyway, so it pays to have a skill like that. And so I'm glad I developed that kind of skill, because I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people who are like that, who don't say their issue, and it's nice to be able to tell what's wrong with somebody. Now, you won't be able to tell 100%, but sometimes you will be able to figure it out, and that's nice. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna go, because I got 9 minutes out of 12. I don't really have anything else to say. That's really all I'm doing. I was just looking at something. Anyway. Oh, be sure to check out that Facebook picture. Don't like it, or you don't have to like it or comment or anything, but check it out. It's cool. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to link it Facebook below. And I'm not going to do this for any other video, because I don't usually do that. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.